Great greetings, beloveds. This is Tehuti, and I wish to give you some perspective on this subject of identity. When a soul becomes embodied on Earth, they are instantly placed into a system of identifiers. And depending on which family you were born into, your identifiers are handed to you because of the body you are in. You all are very familiar with the body-based identifiers. And each of you has your own unique configuration of those identities. I would also like you to understand that beliefs and assumptions are the fuel for identities. Beliefs about what others will think about this or that feature of your identity. This culture on this planet has developed itself into a, shall we say, giant judgment machine that is very difficult to extract yourself from. And this judgment machine works out in the world and inside of you. You cannot change certain physical body characteristics, but you are all powerful when it comes to changing how and who you will be in the world. And so I invite you to think about this thing called human identity, how it is revered and honored, how it is ranked and systematized to maintain a certain level of understanding among people. And you know from having gone through this little, what we would call superficial identity experience, by naming your essential identities and your social identities, and which identities are visible or invisible or stigmatized, or there's so many categories that you can use. However, this point that I am making is about you recognizing, especially now, not the knowledge that you are not the body, but the reality that you are not the body, and that you are inhabiting a vehicle designed for you and your experiences in this lifetime. And so, as you come to your completion of this series, I want to challenge you. And I want to challenge your human self to recognize your originally intended roles of service to each other. As you know, you may have experienced this, each of you, the resistance that the human self has and generates when it believes that it is being taken down or taken out of its role or pushed to the side or diminished in some way or another. And that difficulty is part of your spiritual initiation into sovereign, divine power. Use that power. Listen to the defenses, to the resistance, to the words of fear that your human self will generate around shifting your identity focus from what it has been as a human to what it actually is as an emanation of the Creator. The human self believes that all the fun will be gone, that it won't have any fun, because the human self also has its own personal concept of what divine power looks like. And that definition is only based on humans performing it, not the truth of it. So we invite you to align yourself with the truth of the fullness of your divinity, which will shock and amaze your human self. Because your human self has no concept of that, because it does not come from this realm that you do. Take that under consideration and allow yourself to be that which you are, and not wish for it or hope for it or pray for it or hope someday it will show up. You're already it. And that is my message for you for now. Blessings to you all. You shine more brightly than you could ever know. And this is why you are here. To clean the lens through which your divinity shines, so that it may be in this world in its purest form. Amen. Amen. Amen.